Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing, Jones. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. A CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
I got you. I got you. Run left. Me. I got this. Check 31. Check. Let's go.
On first down, Whittington. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Keep on coming, baby.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Four down. Check 37.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Left. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Watch the twist. 40.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson steps away to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First down, Cardinals.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 36, line 36.
First down, Murray.
Let's get off the field.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check safety, check safety.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
On the set. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up, pick it up.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
At the 43-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
No, no, no. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Get wide. Where's your side?
They'll run on first down. Whittington. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Good. You guys listen.
Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his right. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give to Kamara running right. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Give me that ball, defense.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a 1st down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, Whittington. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Whittington. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On 1st down, Whittington. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they'll force another incompletion.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. To throw on 3rd down. Murray. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
4 down. Deuce. Kill.
Now a give, right side. Whittington. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I said go for it.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
I'll go special. Check three. 26 Mike. Too little, cut. 26 Mike.
Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
26 Mike. Hey, 0. Watch his flat.
To throw is Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Hopkins. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Mike 36. Let's go, D. Let's go. Watch 36.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Trying to improvise. And now he's going to use his legs. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Play fake. Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go.
Murray now to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. 26, Mike.
Here's Wilson to throw. Short throw to Disley. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey, we got 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, this complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
That's me.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whittington, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 41, Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd down, Murray. being chased out left. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Cardinal first down.
Mike 54. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Murray now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Samson Abukum racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
We got three.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tight right. Hey. You got three. Took right. 26 Mike. All day, just like that.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Again, it's Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They fake the handoff. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whittington, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check 43. Joker. 12. Check. Let's go double count right here, double count.
Throwing is Wilson. Steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 8-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run on 1st down. Whittington, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
On 2nd down, Whittington. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down.
Double time. Got it. Even. 4th down. Even. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Shift. 19. 18. You got time.
Now a give, right side. Whittington. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go on fourth down. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, 0. Switch it. Hey, easy. 56, Mike, 56. Watch the run.
They'll try the left side. Whittington. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 0.
Wilson to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Peter Baker with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
They run it again with Kamara. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down carry. It's Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
54. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass.
Back to throw it. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Let's go, D. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Bring it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the shot. 56.
Murray to throw. Eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So